Now we're trying to be the light. We're trying to do the right thing. We're trying to do the light thing. And someone comes in, and let me ask you this. How would you feel if somebody just passed in your life, whatever it may be, a huge transition happened for you, and you go to the person you love the most, that friend, and you say, I feel twisted up. I feel disoriented. I don't know where to turn. I don't even know who I am right now. And they go, oh, you are the light, all that stuff. It's not real. It's just an illusion. How would you feel about that? Let's change that. I really feel twisted up. It's like I don't remember, Yeshua said, the Son of Man has no place to rest his head. I don't even know if I even exist anymore. And I went through this years and years and years. The dark night can last for many years, not just one night. But yet that person on the other end actually listens to you, and you can feel that empathy of, tell me more. What exactly is happening for you? Which of those feels more like light? That sort of don't look at it and push it away. Do you know what the word darkness means in Aramaic? That word is cheshuka. Cheshuka means, I don't know what it is, I'm not looking at it, and there's no light there. Let me ask you a question. What does the light of the sun not shine on? Is there anything let me put it this way, is there anything that it won't shine on? It'll look at this, and it'll look at that, and it'll say, well, I'm light, so I don't need to look at that. Does light do that? No, it looks at everything. And this is the one thing that most people don't want to hear right now in this spirituality movement. We want to do that, be that sort of happy, hunky-dory thing. And one of the questions it would bring up, at least for me, is what is light? What is light? When I say light, I don't necessarily just mean this kind of light. I mean light. That word light in Aramaic is nuhra. I'd be doing a major disservice to you if I said, I am the light of the world, and then I said the word nuhra means light, and I just stopped at light. What does that mean exactly? So ha'imanuta means faith. Well, what did faith mean to them? Because if you say it to 5 people, you're going to get 5 different versions of faith, and none of those may have anything to do with what faith actually meant in ancient Aramaic. I'm going to read you a quote from a guy named Arthur Young. He was a cutting-edge quantum scientist, quantum physician. This quote is over 30 years old. And anybody who's ever gotten into quantum theory and stuff, it takes 30, 40. Nutrition's another example. The nutrition research from the 70s is just now coming into play in medical research. A lot of people aren't aware of things like this. So let me read this to you. He says, an idea that is expressed in the old myths, in Plato, in almost every religion, is that of a fall, the fall of man. Is everybody breathing? A descent into matter, often, though not always, followed by an ascent back to the celestial spheres in a higher state of being. Recent developments in physics, quantum physics in particular, when properly understood, provide confirmation for the ancient notion of a fall. Now, be aware of your breath right now. These next couple sentences are whoppers. We may now show that it is true, in fact, that a fall does occur for the same process by which light first precipitates or condenses into matter, losing a degree of freedom in exchange for permanence, for be-here-nowness, a descent from the freedom of light into the inertness of matter. Anybody who's studied any kind of science, when they break down, they go from one level to another, like when they go from an atom and they break down into the subatomic particles, something happens. What happens? Does anybody know? There's a release of energy, the release of light. And they go beyond the protons, electrons, neutrons, croutons, and they break down below that level. Not everybody got that one. Croutons? I got something called croutons. Yeah, that's salad. But they go down below that level, and they get to the quarks and bosons, etc. Every time they get to another level, there is a release of light. But what happens is the deepest we've been able to go in science, what do you think's there? What do you think is at the absolute most intimate, deepest, pull it apart level, as far inward as we possibly can? All that we have is so far that we haven't been able to go past that level is light. Light is at the center of everything. Everything. Literally, you are light. You are made of light. And I'm not saying this in some sort of tongue-in-cheek, new agey sense. I'm literally saying that what you're looking for is what is looking.